Once upon a time, at the very start of everything, God took a massive leap of creativity and created the universe, laying down the epic foundation for all existence. This monumental act wasn't just a flick of his wrist. It paved the way for human history and showcased his endless nature as the creator. Fast forward a bit, and we meet Adam and Eve. Their story isn't just about two people. It's all about companionship and the beautiful importance of relationships in our lives. Their bond reflects the ultimate partnership designed by God, reminding us that we are meant to connect with one another. But then came the fall of man, a moment that changed everything and brought sin into the world. Adam and Eve's choice brought about a wave of consequences, marking the end of innocence in the lush Garden of Eden. This pivotal moment reshaped humanity's fate forever, leaving echoes of caution in its wake. The flood that followed was like nature's wake-up call for humanity, a devastating moment of reckoning. People realized too late just how serious their choices were. Panic spread, spotlighting how crucial it is to pay attention to the warnings around us and not wait until it's too late. Then, amidst the chaos, Noah sent out a dove, and that dove became a symbol of hope. When it returned with an olive leaf, it burst forth a message that even after destruction, life can start fresh. Sometimes, all we need is a little sign to remind us that new beginnings are possible. As time rolled on, we witnessed the construction of the Tower of Babel. This episode was all about human ambition, but it showed how pride can backfire big time. When God confused everyone's languages, it served as a reminder that He has a say in our lives, no matter how grand our plans. Then we catch up with Joseph, who faced a nightmare when his own brothers sold him into slavery. But instead of holding grudges, Joseph chose forgiveness. His story showed us the power of reconciliation and how divine purpose can shine through even during our darkest struggles. His mercy ultimately saved their lives during a famine. However, life took a turn for the Israelites as they transitioned from a time of prosperity to becoming slaves under a new Pharaoh. This drastic change highlighted just how fragile freedom can be and how easily it can be taken away when leaders make fear-driven choices. It was Moses who stepped up when God called him at the burning bush, marking a defining moment in this epic saga. This encounter showcased how anyone can be chosen to lead others toward freedom and hope, proving that sometimes the most unexpected people can change the course of history. Next, we find Joshua rallying the Israelites to prepare for crossing the Jordan River. As they stepped in, they experienced an incredible miracle when the waters miraculously stopped flowing. This jaw-dropping event boosted their faith, reminding them that God's promises were not just words, but reality. The fall of Jericho was nothing short of legendary. With a strategy of silent marches and trumpet blasts, the walls came crumbling down, showcasing God's epic power. This victory wasn't just a win. It was a major milestone in their journey, proving that faith really can move mountains. But after Joshua's time, Israel spiraled into a spiritual decline, leading them to demand king. This shift reflected their struggles to keep the faith alive without strong leadership, showing that sometimes, when the going gets tough, people lose sight of what really matters. Enter Ahab, whose reign was heavily influenced by the notorious Jezebel. She introduced Baal worship, dragging the Israelites away from their faith and into idolatry and injustice. This period marked a significant spiritual decline, reminding everyone of the dangers of letting outside influences sway them. Then there was Elijah, who stood strong against the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. In a stunning display, fire rained down from heaven to consume his sacrifice, proving that God was the true ruler. This moment reignited a flame of faith among the Israelites, bringing them back to the heart of their beliefs. But the winds of change didn't stop there. God's eventual judgment came through the Assyrian invasion, marking the tragic end of Israel. The people faced the consequences of their idolatry and rejection of prophets, leaving a heavy lesson on the importance of heeding divine guidance. In response, the Jewish people sparked a rebellion, fueled by outrage against forced pagan sacrifices and the desecration of their temple. Mattathias, a brave priest, led the charge, igniting the fire of resistance against oppression, proving that even in the darkest times, courage can light the way. Judah Maccabee emerged as a champion during this struggle, known for his tactical finesse in guerrilla warfare. His leadership inspired not just confidence, but a sense of faith among the Jewish fighters, who rallied together in their quest for freedom, proving that unity can spark incredible change. As we moved into the era of the Roman Empire, the dynamics for the Jewish people shifted drastically. Herod the Great's reign turned tumultuous, overshadowing Jewish history with tyranny and oppression, forcing the community to navigate through tough times. Then came Jesus, stepping onto the scene with miraculous acts like turning water into wine and calming storms. His ministry showcased not just divine authority, but an incredible compassion for humanity, leaving everyone awe-inspired and ready to listen. And, the Sermon on the Mount. This wasn't just a speech, it redefined everything about religious laws. Jesus emphasized love, justice, and the deep spiritual essence of divine teachings, striking a chord with countless followers and inspiring a movement for compassion. As we approach the climax of the story, we find Jesus in his final moments, sharing the Last Supper before his arrest. This tension-filled scene captured the struggle between his mission and the religious authorities, eventually leading to the ultimate sacrifice that would change the world forever. After Jesus ascended into heaven, the disciples were buzzing with anticipation, uniting in prayer as they awaited the Father's promise of the Holy Spirit. Their unwavering faith and commitment during this time shone brightly, proving that even without Jesus physically present, they were ready to spread his message. And then boom, Peter's bold preaching at Pentecost exploded into action, resulting in 3,000 people converting to Christianity. This moment showcased the incredible power of the Holy Spirit, bringing a surge of growth to the early church. However, the early believers faced intense opposition. The martyrdom of Stephen sparked widespread persecution, but instead of backing down, the gospel spread even further, illustrating that adversity can turn into opportunity for growth. When Nero's persecution hit, it became a defining moment for Christianity. Believers leaned on each other during these tough times, and through their solidarity, many found the strength to hold onto their faith and continue their mission of spreading love and hope. Even after the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD, Christians adapted and showed remarkable resilience. They fled to safety but kept worshiping, marking a significant turning point in Christian history and demonstrating that faith can thrive even in the harshest of circumstances. Finally, the writings of early church figures, including the Gospels and letters of Paul, played a crucial role in cementing foundational Christian beliefs. These texts continue to inspire and guide modern believers today, echoing the powerful stories of faith that started it all.